We're here today with Jose Rafael Fernandez, CEO of OFG Bancorp and Oriental Bank. But first, let's start. How was 2019? How did OFG and Oriental perform that year?
2019 was a busy year. It was a tremendous year of growth. We grew customers. We grew our earnings, core earnings. We grew loans. Originated loans increased more than 4%, and customer deposits grew more than 2%. Our net interest margin expanded, while non-performing loan rate dropped more than a third. Total stockholders' equity increased close to 5% to more than $1 billion. Adjusted earnings per share grew close to 6%, and dividends rose 12%. So when you look at 2019, a wonderful year, and I think, looking back, probably one of the most exciting years in our history.
What in particular made the year good for Oriental?
So when you look at us, 2019, we need to take a look at it from two angles. Number one, organic. I think our teams, retail channel and the commercial channel, both did a spectacular job growing. We grew deposits, we grew loans. On the retail channel, we did a very good job on the auto lending side. Consumer lending also was a very strong year for us. And particularly on the small commercial lending, we had a record year. So being close to our communities is our mission. Last year, we originated $140 million in small commercial loans. And that goes out to our team who did a great job of reaching out and making sure that we helped our customers in the communities we serve.
And the other part of the year?
So the other part of the year is the acquisition. We announced the Puerto Rico, Scotiabank Puerto Rico merger in June of 2019. We ended up closing it December 31st of 2019. So the second half of the year, while we were working hard on generating organic growth, as we did, we also worked diligently in planning the integration, in making sure that we kept a good dialogue with our regulators to make sure that we get the approval before the end of the year, as we did. And so when we ended the year closing the transaction also. And that made us extremely proud of the work we did, the teams, as well as our partners, and how we collaborated with our new members of the Oriental family, 1,000 new employees, 200,000 new customers that opened the 2020 year as part of Oriental.
What does the Scotia acquisition bring to OFG?
The Scotiabank acquisition brings a lot of benefits. Total assets increased 40% to $9.3 billion. Customer deposits grew 70% to $7.5 billion. And total loans rose 50% to $6.6 billion. Now, customer accounts increased 70% to 500,000 customers. The mortgage servicing portfolio grew fivefold to $5 billion. We expanded our operations in the Caribbean for the first time into the U.S. Virgin Islands. And now we have a total of 460 ATMs, 13 interactive teller machines, 57 branches, and more than 2,400 very talented employees. But the Scotia transaction, it also gives us financially great strength in our balance sheet. First and foremost, it adds $3.2 billion in low-cost core deposits, which allows us to get rid of all the non-core deposits, all the wholesale funding, the remaining parts of it, and gives us almost $700 million of excess low-cost core deposits for us to deploy in the communities we serve. And that is in Puerto Rico, and that is also in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So at this point in time, when we start 2020, after the acquisition of Scotiabank, it gives us good, strong, strategic leverage, and it gives us good, strong financial strength.